Hello viewers, and welcome to yet another wonderful episode of Women Now. Thanks for joining us, and ladies, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, you know, would you believe it's already February? That's shocking.
Yes, it was just the other day we had the New Year Eve party.
And the guzzle night.
That's right, and my
Christmas.
most important function I love, Christmas, the one where you guys bought me all those lovely presents. Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled.
Hope you like them.
Oh yes, the gift cards were great.
But guess what? We
Yes.
had a New Year Eve party. Did you come?
No, remember I was out of
missed it.
town.
Yeah,
Wasn't
we
here.
were all dressed up in feathers and gowns.
I saw the
right?
pictures. You guys look glamorous. And I
Thank
saw
you
the
for
clips.
posting that on Facebook for us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now, guess what? People
Yeah.
loved the party, but
Okay.
one person even complained. She wrote to us saying that this was a wonderful party, but I thought Women Now was all about empowering women. Why would you choose women to wear those gowns and feathers and become objects of visual attraction?
I know.
Okay,
So-
I know
I
too.
have one answer.
On that topic, I thought we must have a discussion and break the myth about empowering women. What do you think?
First of all, Indian men don't look good in feathers. I know that's just a they need to get more fit first. Work out.
Totally.
No,
That's why we left the
I
men
know-
away.
I
That's why
would
you were not even
too.
invited.
I wasn't. Oh, thank you. No, serious. On a more serious note, I think that with all of the stuff that's going on all over the world, and really, we talk about women as objects. I could see how somebody would be a little kind of unsure about the way maybe you guys did New Year's Eve, but it's New Year's Eve. You're supposed to be glamorous.
What do you mean
Yes.
And it's-
objects? Empowering women does not mean that you have to be wearing burqas and look bad. You
That's
can
right.
look good.
Okay.
Empowering women is all about doing what you really want to do. So if you want to dress
I
up in
think so.
feathers or whatever and look good and take pictures, pose with people or walk the ramp or whatever you want to do within yourself, that is what you should be doing, and that's all about empowering them. It's not what other people think is empowerment.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think women are gifted in many ways. They can multitask very easily. They can be a mother, a child, a friend, a wife, anything they want to. And if beauty is one of their gifts, why not show it?
Right.
You know,
but
it's
you have invented something on this show. We've always done role models
Yes.
and ramp models.
Right.
So, for me, I've always kind of felt that that was part of your vision to say, okay, let's empower women to feel good and look good,
Right.
and also go hand in hand with their accomplishments. I mean, those are very accomplished women. I still, on the fence though, because I think that there's been a lot of, and this is where I'm coming from, I'm thinking that there's been so much of a focus on women in general with, horrible tragedy in India, and then, just
Guess what some men even said? That women should not be dressing up and enticing men. Hello, that's such an obnoxious statement. Why
well,
shouldn't
think
men-
about it. Think about it. A lady in a sari can look either sexy to a person or can look beautiful. It's the
Elegant.
way you perceive it,
Right.
basically.
Right.
So
Now,
if there's
yeah, now didn't you on your Facebook after Delhi post something, and I think that was significant for me, I absorbed this, was that rather than, because one idiot who's some politician guy in India said,
Pranab Mukherjee's son, I can't
said-
forgive him.
he
I'm
said,
going to India just
you
to
should.
find him.
Well, I don't know if it was
Yes.
him, but one person said
Yeah,
that,
it was
oh,
him.
well, women shouldn't go out.
Yeah.
They shouldn't go out after 10, right? And I think you posted on your Facebook that you shouldn't have to worry about going out after 10. Why don't you teach your sons and the
Instead,
men
yes.
to actually learn how to behave and respect this and be cool with it? So I think that with your New Year's Eve party, like for me at least, and I've lived a little bit, but I mean, it's all about being cool about it and not being like, ooh, wow, she's wearing feathers. It's just kind of how you should carry yourself, right? But
Now,
Yeah,
coming
you're right.
back to the topic of a lot of men, they perceive when women dress up, it is to attract them. Hell no. We
It's
dress
for
up
us to
because
look
we
good.
feel good. It's not to attract the opposite sex. It's perhaps to attract my girlfriend or
Yeah, possible.
anybody,
Well, I
or
feel-
look good within a crowd. I mean, it is not to attract men. Men, you need to get that out of your head. We don't dress up to make you attracted towards us.
Well, also when the men have a choice to wear what they want, why not the women?
Yeah.
And gone are those days when women would just stay behind closed doors and just manage the household.
Right.
Times have changed. We move on, but time, just like the men do, and we are exposed to a lot of things.
And it's
So we
all
just-
these men
Maybe it's
who
envy
are
because we
making
can only
this
wear a suit, you
convoluted.
know? That's about all we get is a suit out of it, right? Maybe men are envious because we can't really
Totally.
glamorize
I
up,
think
right?
so, that's-
It's like I can go from a gray suit to a black suit,
Exactly,
ooh, you know?
yeah.
Or that power tie. What's
And that's
so
what you
powerful
do
about-
all the time,
I know, I go
but you
from
still
different,
look good.
I appreciate that. I go from suit to suit, and that's about it. That's all I
Exactly.
get.
And
you
that's
know?
why I think the idea came about that why should women look so good in feathers, right?
I think it comes back to that,
Yeah,
right?
it does, and I think that's my strong opinion about dressing up and about posing and about posting pictures on Facebook. It's all about what makes you feel good. You know, empowerment is all about doing what you want to do and be able to do it without any fear.
Yeah, and for me personally, I was in the red feathers. Did you see
Yeah, I
that
saw that with
picture?
the tall headdress.
I
yeah.
felt powerful. I felt empowered. I felt strong, and I held my head up and I walked all over and spoke with everybody.
But that's normal for you. You do a lot of modeling, right? I mean, she does a lot of
I do,
modeling, and you
but-
do a lot of clothing lines I've seen, and you know, you're out there. So,
Yes.
I mean, for you, wasn't that just part of the game? Weren't you like, yeah, this is cool.
Yes.
This is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know?
it was.
Well, I think on that note,
Yes.
for all you men out there, please check your mind, refresh it, and go out there, enjoy life, live and let live.
You're watching America's first South Asian TV talk show. Don't go away. Women Now will be right back.
And now let's discuss new motherhood. Research has shown that nursing a baby, at least for the first few months, has immense health benefits for the child. But some new moms have a hard time nursing because their milk production is low, or some have even problems maintaining their milk supply. Did you have any problems with that?
Well, no, I wanted to ask Mrs. Patel. There are a lot of mothers-to-be and mothers watching our show. Why is it so important to nurse the child, first of all?
Well, there are immense health benefits, as was said. Most pediatricians recommend nursing to 12 months, and the AMA, which is the National Association, recommends 2 years. And whatever you can do, even if it's a month, 2 months, 3 months, the health benefits are enormous. Through the milk of the mother, there are numerous immunities passed on. All the antibodies that the mother has are passed on to the child, and the vitamins and minerals, and it's just very, very healthy.
So you have to tell us, how are you helping the milk supply or increased milk supply?
Right,
Or
so-
maintaining the milk supply through all these products? I mean, these look very nice.
So
Yes,
tell us.
thank you. So we have 3 products that Mrs. Patel's Milk Makers makes. One
Are you Mrs. Patel?
You know, I am. My mother is actually Mrs. Patel.
Okay.
They're based on recipes that have been passed on from mother to mother in our family for generations. So she is the actual
Original
Mrs.
Mrs.
Patel.
Patel. But
I'm
you're Mrs.
actually a
Patel
Miss
too.
Patel.
Oh, okay, you're Miss Patel.
We
Okay.
all learn from our moms. I remember she used to give me the sagudana and with
The
milk.
fenugreek, I
Right.
remember.
Fenugreek, and then the besan laddu also,
Yes.
those type of
Right.
things. But it's hard to get all those things over here. So are you trying
really
to
hard.
replace those moms' recipes with the products here?
Well, I'm trying to expand upon them. These are the This is based on the recipe that's been in our family, and I built upon it and made it. Had different flavors like chocolate and peanut butter, and built upon more of an American palate, so people here would be able to have the taste of it. And there's so many women whose their mothers are across the country, they're in India, or they're not around anymore.
They
And
look like chocolate cakes.
They do. They look pretty yummy. And are these Ayurvedic?
they're Ayurvedically based. So
Okay.
the base, it's Ayurvedically balanced. Peanut butter is not Ayurvedic, and chocolate is not Ayurvedic, but the component, the actual base, is yes Ayurvedic.
Tell us a little
Ayurvedically
bit about
balanced with heat and.
Right.
The ingredients that really make milk.
Well, our fenugreek bars have fenugreek in it, pure fenugreek flour.
Okay.
And they also have white poppy seeds, which also help with lactation. And another component of our fenugreek bars is postpartum healing. So after you give birth, you have a lot of aches and pains, lower back pain, joint pain in your arms. And so we have peat marul or gantora and powdered gum, which are traditionally used for arthritic pain and joint pain. And so those 2 components help with postpartum recovery in our bars.
Okay.
And our teas have different components, and our Munch Crunch has another component.
Okay, so this is caffeine free?
Yes, all our teas, we have 2 different teas, herbal blend and a chai spice blend, and they're
Let me just
100%
open this.
caffeine free.
Wow.
So do you prepare these just like the other chai that we make at home?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's actually even more simple.
Okay.
You
It
just
smells awesome.
you just put them in a cup.
You guys can't smell this, but this is really good.
Can I see?
Oh my God. But tell me
Wow,
something, I
this
can
is
start
good.
drinking it, but not lactate, right?
Yes, you can.
There's no danger in me
there's no
trying.
way.
My father suffers from lower back pain.
Even
and
your father can have it.
Yes,
So.
Unless you get
she makes them
pregnant
for
again.
she would make
Okay.
the
And
bars
have a
for
baby.
him. Yes, the teas are based on once again based on a family recipe, and I just changed it up to give it a little bit more of an American palate. It's made a chai spice flavor and herbal blend flavor with different herbs that weren't traditionally in the recipe.
So this is a munch that we can have after lunch, dinner.
Yeah, after meals, it helps with digestion, and it also helps with lactation. It has flax
Wow.
seeds, sesame seeds, dill, ajwain,
So
and
it
fennel.
looks like this is easy grab, and you don't have to worry about whether you're getting the right stuff in your body for more milk. You
Right.
can just grab this ready-made stuff.
Breakfast
and just-
treat, you can do it
and
right away.
Nobody ever thought of this before. I'm surprised. This is the first time I'm seeing a product which is for lactating moms.
Well, that's why she's an entrepreneur.
yeah.
occurred to
What
her
got
like
you
that.
into this? I mean, were you suffering from anything and then you thought of because all products come out of some problem.
Some kind of need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mother made them for me after the birth of my son 3 years ago, and they worked wonderfully. I had no problems whatsoever. But around 8 months, my goal was to nurse to a year, but around 8 months my supply dipped. But my mother was not around to make me any more of her bars or any of the tea. So I had to take fenugreek pills. I tried different kinds of teas that were on the market, different tinctures, and nothing worked quite as well as my mother's recipes. And so, but then I was able to make it to a year after adding a couple different things and doing what I could. And then when I had my birth of my daughter, my mother once again came and she stayed with us and she made me all her milk makers. And they once again worked wonderfully. And during that time between the birth of my son and the birth of my daughter, I met so many women who had problems with nursing, problems healing after they had a child. And I said, I felt so lucky that I had these, and I knew they weren't available to anyone. They were only available through my family, and different South Asian families make their own recipes, but that was it.
Sure.
And
Now,
so,
one last question before we let you go. Is there anything you can have before childbirth, or all these products are for postpartum?
they're all for postpartum. You cannot take them while you're pregnant, but we are working on pregnancy bars that you can take in your 3rd trimester.
That's
So
good
that's
to
what we're
know.
working on for the spring.
Well, thank
Okay.
you so much. Wish you great luck, and I'm going to have some of this. And if there's any trouble, if I start lactating, I'm coming back to you.
Right, excellent. Well, we have plenty of stuff. We're available online. We ship across the country, and we're available at several stores in the Bay Area.
You're watching America's first South Asian TV talk show. Don't go away. Women Now will be right back.
Hey Manish, remember those times when I used to quiz you and
Yeah.
you always failed?
Of
except
course.
once.
I got one
Yeah,
answer right.
One answer
what was
right.
that? What we're
was
having?
a tricolor, what color Indian flag?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what they stood for, but I told you the colors.
Yeah, you did.
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
But this time I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
26 January was Republic Day of India, right?
Yes.
How many years?
63.
You cheated.
Sorry. Thank you. She's got my back. I really didn't know. No, but
We
really.
went to the Consulate General celebration at the Palace of Fine Arts. It's
Awesome.
just beautiful, gorgeous event. We'll take you there now to show you what really happened.
Today marks the 64th year since India became republic.
Right.
What is your message for our viewers today?
The message is simple. India is growing, and no doubt it will be one of the top countries in the world, probably in the next decade or two. The only thing I can tell on this occasion is that anybody, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it well, succeed, and be the contributing society members here, as well as please keep your link with Mother India. And that's all. You are the bridge. The younger generation is the future, and they are the confident citizens here. And that's all, and just keep doing that. That's all. Thank you.
I think we are the leaders. We have, there's so much of India's intelligence that's being exported around the world, which is phenomenal for us, you know. In fact, they're saying these days that there's this brain drain that's happening from India because all these educated people are coming over to places like America, and most of the startups that are happening here are folks from India, and they're coming to countries like America and helping grow their economy here, you know, so that's fantastic. Are we doing enough? We could do more. We have so much of intelligence, but what I would really like to see is some of these knowledge actually staying back in India and actually growing our own, India's own economy, and the future of India, because, you know, there is so much there and there's so much more we can do.
I think the respect that India has in the world forum and the world politics and the global economy as such is just tremendous. We all know what role India has played in terms of helping our different countries from the production, manufacturing, outsourcing, IT, and world trade. I think there's a lot more that India can bring to the table on the world economy and on the world forum. India opens up more bilateral trade with different countries in Africa, Asia, and Europe, and the rest of the world. I think it needs to just kind of go on a fast track, and there has to be an involvement within the Indian government to open up its shores and the trade with the different countries. India can really increase its presence and bring in you know, more to the table for the world and play a leading role.
Well, I think it's critical that India have open markets, especially with the United States and California. I think these are really two critical trade partners for the global economy going forward into the next decade and more. And so, you know, India has already proven itself as a very vibrant economy, and I think it will be important for India to show that it's not just a matter of the middle class growing, but the fact that it's becoming a much more complex and diverse economy, and that it deserves attention.
A horrific event on December 16th jolted every Indian across the globe. The rape of a young girl and murder shook everyone to the core. Not only India, but people across the world have shown huge disapproval and disgust. For the first time in a long time, India as a nation has come as one. There is uproar and many protests all over the country. A large vigil was held at the Fremont Hindu Temple to pay respect for the Delhi rape victim. Over 2,000 people turned up to show their support. Many local political and community leaders, including the Mayor Bill Harrison, Dr. Japra, a local cardiologist, Ro Khanna, Kansan Chu, a city councilman in San Jose, and others addressed the event in support. This shows the strength of the community. The message of the leaders was one, that we all need to pledge that such incidents do not get repeated anywhere around the world. The punishment needs to be strong. Violence against women should not be tolerated at any cost.
You know, as an individual, when you hear of this, it just shakes you up. That even in today's society, when we are globalized, India is trying to go forward, these things actually bring the whole country down. I mean, it portrays a very bad picture of us as a group, as a country. And it's just devastating to me as an individual.
The day she died, I was so devastated. I couldn't even get up from my bed. And it was as if like someone of your own has expired, though I'm not related anywhere. But the way it has come up with the media, and it's like almost it's kind of a fear or a scare to every woman, every girl, whether it's in India or any other country. So that kind of the impact and how brutal it could be, like 6 people, and they wanted to kill her. That's why they just put the rod there that she could never get up and give evidence. And by God's luck, for whatever days, she just struggled to give the witness. It's just horrible. It's unimaginable.
We are going to end the show this week with a very interesting Greek mythology.
Okay.
It's really going to crack you both up.
All right.
Okay.
Humans were originally made with 4 legs, 4 hands, and a head with 2 faces.
Oh.
Okay.
And then, fearing the power, Zeus actually separated them so one can look for their other half for the rest of their life.
Okay.
Isn't that a great Valentine quote to end with?
Hey, isn't that similar to the Indian mythology? Ardhangini?
Yes, Ardhangini. So we are all halves, by the way. So there is another half of me somewhere, but I can't understand how that is a guy.
Because Zeus did it.
Zeus did
a man
it, yes.
did it.
So hope you enjoyed our show. Like us again on Facebook. Send us your feedback on info@womennow.tv. And don't forget to tune in again next week. Same time, same place. Enjoy your Valentine week. Make it special for your Ardhangini.
Other half.
Absolutely, yes.
Your other half.